visit restoreandrestore.com. With the rise of Abilene, the cattle trade booms, and with it, the legend of the cowboy. But the legend has contributed to a lot of myths about cowboys. The truth is, most of them were not grizzled old guys. They were young.
They're in their teens and 20s, most of them. Many of them their first drive. Not too many cowboys made more than 2 or 3 drives.
Young farmhands and runaways hit the Chisholm Trail looking for adventure and freedom. But very often, they find the opposite. It's hard, grueling work, 15-hour days of routine. And the pace is monotonous. The cows can only travel about 10 to 15 miles a day.
Should be right there.
For many cowboys, the only thing that keeps them going is the excitement that beckons at the end of the trail.
We've been on the trail for 3 or 4 months, sometimes up to 1,500 miles from the southern tip of Texas. So they were thirsty, they were dry, they were dusty, they were hungry for some action.
But before the cowboys can cut loose, they have one last job to perform. Once the cattle are counted and sold, they have to drive them into rail cars for shipment east. A job which calls for real skill. Today, cowboys don't use rail cars, but the task is very similar.
Hey, what the? Whoa.
These modern ranchers in Kansas reveal a skill for driving cattle that's changed little since the 1860s. The key is to let the herd fall into a natural social order.
Cattle are gregarious animals, and where one goes, others follow.
Whatever. Come on.
And I know from when I was a kid helping drive cattle at railroad stockyards, there'd always be the same 3 or 4 or 5 up the front, always be the same 20 or 30 at the very end.
On trail drives, the cowboys prize the lead steer, which they called the Judas steer. He was named Judas because he was the one leading the others to the slaughterhouse.
As with people, there are natural leaders in cattle, and those leaders tend to get to the front. So they found out in the old days, in the Chisholm Trail days, it was if you get a steer that's really a good steer that leads the rest of the cattle.
Legendary cattleman Charles Goodnight had a favorite lead steer named Old Blue. But like most Judas steers, he was too valuable to send to market. Instead, Old Blue escaped the fate of those he was leading.
They're going to the packing plant. They're going to steaks and roasts and hamburgers. But he'd get to go home. And in fact, my understanding is they actually had a wagon they hauled Old Blue home, and he didn't have to walk back to Texas. He got to ride in the wagon.
Today, the cattle industry uses trucks instead of trains.
Yeah. How many do you want?
But cowboys use the same techniques for loading that worked in McCoy's day.
The cows are loading on the tracks easily because they're leaving pressure. They want to get away from dust bothering them in the pen.
Cattle are not too eager to go into places where the footing's not too good, and they don't necessarily like to go in strange places. You get one started, the rest of them usually follow.
In 1867, when the cowboys finally deliver their cattle to McCoy's stockyards, they have time on their hands. And cash in their pockets. In Hollywood myth, cowboys head straight for the saloon. The reality is a bit different. After getting paid for delivering their cattle between $50 and $100, they're rich by cowboy standards. But what do they spend their money on? Fresh duds. After months in dirty, worn-out clothes, cowboys want to look respectable. But there's one item they wear dressed up for them, perhaps second only to a cowboy's hat. Boots. Cowboy boots evolved from riding boots and military boots that likely have their origins in England. They have uppers reaching almost to the knee to protect legs from brush and snake bites. The boot's narrow toe lets the cowboy slip his foot quickly and easily into the stirrup. The heel hugs the stirrup, preventing the foot from slipping out. Boots could cost up to $20 a pair, comparable to $300 today. And Texans like them custom made. One boot seller in Abilene employs 20 men to meet the demand, a sign of the booming potential for merchants in this cattle trade center. And that's just what McCoy wants, a thriving local economy. If the locals make money off the cattle trade, they'll be happy to see it prosper. And if the cattle trade prospers, McCoy gets rich. For every cattle car shipped east, the railroad will pay him $5. In 1 year, he fills 4,000 cars, earning him $20,000. That's about $300,000 today. And the numbers will practically double each year after that. For McCoy, the town he once called this dead little place is turning into a gold mine and redefining how the West will be won.
McCoy was a businessman, and he was making money, but he was also an empire builder, and he saw that he was part of something greater than himself. That's the genius of America. If you can make something great happen because of people's self-interest, you can get everybody to work together. And Joe McCoy is the poster boy of capitalism.
In just 4 years, the resident population of Abilene grows from 35 to 3,000. Abilene transforms from a handful of huts into a bustling western town. The development of a cow town begins with the stockyards, where cattle await transport east, and offices where cattlemen cut their deals. In Abilene's case, a railroad spur came next, with loaded cattle cars. Then, a hotel rises to accommodate the cattlemen and cowboys, like McCoy's famous Drover's Cottage. Supply stores and general merchandise rise up, conveniently located near the railroad depot and hotels. So near the cowboys, saloons, brothels, and gambling halls follow. All of which makes a jail and marshal's office indispensable. As the cattle business grows, more settlers arrive, and the cow town continues to expand. Soon, it's a city that sets the mold for future cow towns all across Kansas, like Ellsworth in Dodge City. But as Abilene grows, so do its problems.